So if you don't already know, Andrew Tate, he's been popping off recently. He actually just got banned basically from all the social media platforms out there except for Rumble and Getter. We haven't really seen Joe Rogan react to Andrew Tate before. He's like name dropped him a couple times, but never really talked about him. Here we see Joe Rogan's like basically his first reaction to Andrew Tate, and he also gives his reaction onto Andrew Tate actually getting banned from these platforms and whether or not he thinks he should have gone banned or not. So let's get into the video. I'm curious to hear what Joe Rogan actually has to say about Andrew Tate. I have an idea, but I'm not sure for sure.
I can't even tag you on it.
This quality is ridiculous, by the way. It's not my fault. This is the actual Joe Rogan podcast channel, and it only goes up to 480p. Not sure what's going on. The audio also sounds kind of cheeks, but it's not my fault, I promise.
Instagram. In the post today to let everybody know the fight companion is
There's
going
shadow
on.
ban and then there's Eddie ban.
Oh no, they're ready. I can't follow people. They won't allow me to follow anybody.
Well, that's how wild
I
it
got
is.
students that think I'm a dick. They go, why would you follow? Yeah, I'm like, I'm trying to follow you.
Well, maybe
I'm
try
trying
to
to
lay
follow.
off on
I have to
USA
make
Triple.
videos.
I'm not sure who these guys
Screenshot
are, I'll be
videos,
honest.
Look, boom, and I go back. Look, it says follow. Now you're following. Then I go off the page and I go back. Follow back. I press it. And I go off the page, and then I go, look, it keeps going back to follow back.
Maybe don't call it a scandemic, etc. You're going to rouse the powers that be.
Why can't he
No,
speak
they
his
warn
truth,
me.
though?
They,
Why
go,
can't he
they
feel
warn me. They send me shit, and they go, you keep talking this shit, we're about to pull your fucking... They warn me.
Somebody likes you there because at least you're not Andrew Tate. Like
Here we go.
They sees his assets. They sees his financial
because
banking.
he was saying things about women that he was saying that like, what did he say that specifically got them triggered? Because
Well,
it was basically
a lot of
saying misogyny. Look, he plays, part of it is like a character, and part of it he's a legit world champion kickboxer who's a hard man.
So I was telling these guys.
who
That's facts. Even if you hate Andrew Tate coming into this video, open up your mind. If you actually take a look at Andrew Tate's content, not just, what your, algorithm is recommending to you. If you look at his content, he actually has a lot of videos out there that are considered pretty like motivational. He wouldn't consider them that. I don't think he's a fan of motivation. He thinks it's for weaklings or something, but he's got some good content out there that isn't actually controversial. But a lot of people who don't like him, all the content they see is just controversial stuff that he's saying. So, just approach it with the open mind. The man says some good things and a lot of bad things as well that you might not agree with.
doesn't buy.
Also, yeah, he's a kickboxing champion. I think KSI's coach said in a video recently that I saw that there's a lot of kickboxing world champions out there. Even if that's true, I mean, kickboxing is still a very difficult sport, and to become a champion in it, that's still, a lot of achievement, and you got to respect anyone who steps into that ring. It's not like the boxing that KSI is doing. Kickboxing is a lot more difficult and a lot easier to get a lot more injured in. So, put some respect on people's name, no matter if you agree with them or not. They're doing something like that or have done something like that. You got to respect them at least a little.
And that's what's resonating.
But don't
with young
respect,
people.
obviously,
He's
we don't
also
agree with them
pro-Trump.
on.
The
I
worry
can understand
is
that.
he is going to. The kids are going to listen to him because he's big on TikTok. My 12-year-old and my 14-year-old asked me about Andrew Tate.
And
My
what'd you say?
14-year-old
What'd you
asked
say?
me. I said he's a legit world champion kickboxer. I go, I like him a lot. Why do you like him? And I was asking him. And they said he says a lot of funny stuff on Twitter and TikTok. It's the TikTok thing because the TikTok algorithm.
And he does have some funny videos out there too. It's not all just controversial stuff that, people with dark humor would like, for example. Like, he's got some funny videos about sparkling water. Like, he says if you drink regular water, you're a brokey. You have to drink sparkling water. Obviously, it was a lot more funny in the video when he was saying it himself. But he's got videos like that are kind of funny. And it's not just, controversial stuff that some people are laughing at.
He did
My play button just doesn't even work today. I don't know what's going on.
something where he started something where you like join his group.
Yeah, what he's talking about here is the what's it called? The affiliate program Andrew Tate had going on. Not a lot of people have succeeded with this in the past. Some people call it a pyramid scheme. I'm not sure if that's the case or not, but basically he had a bunch of people promoting his stuff on TikTok and other platforms, and they were doing that because when they join his Hustles University program, they get an affiliate link, and they can use that link to promote his the Hustles University course that he has out. So people were getting a lot of traction, a lot of views, a lot of followers, literally just reposting his content on TikTok. And what people would do once they liked the content that they were seeing, reposts of Andrew Tate, they'd go over to this page that they were seeing that content from, see that they had a link in their description or something like that. They click on that link and it would take them to Hustlers University. Now, if they signed up for Hustlers University using that link, that person who was reposting Andrew Tate's content using that affiliate link would get like a 50% cut of the membership fee for Hustles University. So that was like $25 a month. Now that's a lot. 50% is a lot. So that's one of the reasons why you've been seeing a lot of Andrew Tate's content in the past. I think they shut down the affiliate program for now, but people are still reposting his content, obviously, because it's not all just about the affiliate program. He's still got a lot of fanboys out there, but that's just kind of like a little rundown of the affiliate program that he had going on.
Yes.
And then
Smart. Not a lot of people have executed it in the past as effectively as Andrew Tate. And in fact, I think maybe Andrew Tate has effectively executed the program, the idea of like the affiliate marketing program more effectively than perhaps anyone else out there on social media.
supposed to
brilliant.
like post stuff.
It's brilliant. That's how he gets followers, but also
blew
gives
up.
you a
It
page.
is.
He blew
He
up.
blew up.
He blew up because
he's
of
a brilliant man.
He had like 6 million followers on Instagram before he got banned, obviously, and he gained like 4 million of those followers in like 1 or 2 months. Now, I knew that he was really popular, so I didn't think that was a big deal, but like I've been hearing streamers mention that, or famous YouTubers mention that, and they were saying it like it was a big deal. So it's got to be a big deal. He was getting a lot of traction the past couple months before he was banned.
Man,
Yeah.
My thing is with the left who wants to cancel him and take him away, and they're like, we shouldn't look up to that. Okay, then who should we look up to?
Joe Biden.
Who do you want to fill in for that?
But also, it's not their job.
Yeah, like if you think about it, there's not really anyone else who was doing what Andrew Tate was doing, or at least what he was trying to accomplish, without being controversial. No one else is making the type of content that Andrew Tate was making without being controversial. So in a sense, he does have a point there, but that doesn't necessarily justify the things that Andrew Tate was obviously saying. I will say right now, a lot of it, I don't agree with. But
to just say, hey, this guy's a danger to young men. What are you talking about? Like,
just good points.
A lot of
Keep
times
an open
he was
mind,
talking
right?
about how he says, become a high-value person, man or woman.
I can agree with that too. Can you agree with that? If you hate Andrew Tate, you like him, he wants everyone to become a high-value person. I think, that is, to me, that seems like a good thing, a good goal to have. Become high value. And how do you become high value? Through hard work, through, writing down goals, through always staying uncomfortable, never be in a state where you're comfortable. And that's something that I obviously struggle with a lot as well, and a lot of other people in the entire world.
And don't fuck with people who are low quality
He fucked
people.
up with the misogynist.
Like, this man was literally the most searched for man in the entire world for a significant amount of time. Like, I think 1 or 2, several months at least. And it's not all just because either people liked his controversial content, they thought he was funny, or they genuinely liked his content, found him motivational, and liked the things he had to say. It was probably a mix of all those 3 things. So there's different people watching him for different reasons.
Yes.
Because if he didn't do that, if
He didn't just have a negative impact. It's not just about, the controversial things he was saying. That's not why everyone was watching him.
pro male stuff,
Yeah,
and
he'd been all right.
and pro accountability and pro discipline stuff.
Yeah.
And, he has this post. He goes,
But I could see, like, obviously, like an adult listening to his controversial things that he was saying, they wouldn't really buy that. Obviously, they just keep scrolling and watch one of his videos that they actually liked because he was being motivational or something. But for kids who are just watching his content, they couldn't really tell the difference between something that's controversial and not. They'll just accept that as like a normal idea. So I can see how his content could be kind of dangerous for kids.
the way I think in the morning, how I
But yeah, I'm not going to go too much deeper into it. But
feel
yeah,
it has no bearing on what I do. He goes, I do everything I'm supposed to do. He goes, I get up. He goes, if I don't feel good, I still work out.
Of course.
He goes, I
Yeah.
still work. I still go. I do everything I'm supposed to do because that's how you get ahead in this life. If you just concentrate entirely on your feelings, you're never gonna fucking get anywhere.
Correct.
And
see,
that's true. and
that's
a
good
good
stuff,
lesson
man.
for people to learn.
That is a good
The
lesson.
problem is the other shit.
Yeah.
Like there's a video of him.
The other stuff.
I don't know what the context of the video is. He's like,
Hitting that girl?
No,
Yeah.
that was consensual. And by the way,
what was it?
She came out and said they were both into this role playing shit. So both of them, she came out and she was like, "That's what we're into."
Out of context, though, like, I'll be honest, me and
I'm
Bert
sure.
Kreischer were doing a companion.
I didn't see it.
And it just came out, and me and Bert watched it. I was like, Jesus Christ, what is he doing? We didn't have context. I'm like, that ain't good, man. He's fucked. But then once you realize she comes out and she's like, no, hold on. That's what we're into. That we both agreed to that.
Yes.
It's like, well, to each their own. If
Right.
that's what you want to do.
Right.
I
now,
don't agree
why
with
is
it.
that bad? But there's all these videos that I've laughed my ass off at dudes ball gagged, like CEOs
I've not seen that.
tied behind their back,
Or getting their nuts,
kicked.
their nuts kicked. Yeah, that's okay.
That's somehow or another okay.
Exactly.
But it's because the guy is the powerful one.
Correct.
And the guy has allowed the woman to do that to him.
Yep.
Whereas the woman just seems like she's getting beaten
She has no
up.
choice. Yeah.
Yeah.
But she said she had a choice. Apparently, you're saying.
That's apparently what I'm hearing.
What
Yeah.
the?
She came
But
out.
Why don't they have a
he did
timer
a lot
on
of
the
good
video?
things. Then some of it was a lot.
Has that always been
But
there? I didn't
still,
even notice
you
that.
should
No,
still have
that
a
must
voice.
have just
But
popped
isn't
up.
that one of the things you do when
Ain't
you
no
try
way.
to push the envelope? You
Yes.
fuck up and you say things you shouldn't have said.
Correct.
And this is the thing about like trying to be controversial and trying to get a lot of eyes on you.
Sometimes you go over too much.
Yeah.
And they
I
took
thought
all
your
the shit.
thing with Mark.
He's wild.
Would you ever have
kids.
Tate on your podcast?
It's a conversation, right?
You know,
especially now.
That would
who
be
gave him,
interesting.
like literally, who brought him on the scene? I knew him from kickboxing and was aware of him for years. But really, who put him on the scene is Tom Segura.
Really?
They don't give Tom enough credit.
Tom
Not that he needs
Segura?
any more
Who's
credit.
that?
He's fucking crushing it. But Tom really put him on the scene with our crew. Like Tom's the first one brought him on.
Taught him, yeah, I'm on your mom's
Yeah,
house like a year ago.
I just thought he
almost
was
longer,
funny.
yeah.
I thought some of the stuff he was saying on.
I feel like this
his
guy's
TikTok stuff
this
or
guy
whatever.
Tom
the
Segura is
best
probably
is
someone who
Christina
helped
P's there, and he's-
help
and she's
Tate
like,
get
"So
on
if I'm
some
a
of
dumb
the
bitch."
reality TV shows. Maybe I'm not sure who he is though.
Because you know how he
hilarious.
talks, and she's
Yeah.
like, "Okay, so I'm a dumb bitch." It's so funny, dude.
But he did get kind of canceled for
Well,
just
I
talking.
think he's on Rumble now.
Yeah, he's okay.
They took him over to Rumble, which
That-
is but it severely limits the amount of stuff you can have out there. Is he banned from YouTube? I don't
Yes.
believe.
Yes.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yes.
YouTube too. Wow.
Yep. And they
everything.
seized his assets. So
They seize his assets.
No, they didn't.
Wait,
seize
wait,
his
wait,
assets.
wait,
They
wait, wait.
canceled his. So if you listen to him on Tucker Carlson, his ability to his domain name
Monetize.
and his ability to
They
monetize
took it away.
and his ability to do transactions with certain platforms.
he had a whole school,
is
like the
gone.
man school. They took it
So
all
I
away.
think like I don't know if it was PayPal, but something like that. Whatever he was doing transactions,
They seized
that
it.
he's no longer allowed to use those platforms.
And this
It's
should
a
be
really
this should be
bad
scary for
thing.
everybody, because my
Very
thing is,
scary.
and now that I'm Firing a Kid, or even on my other million shows I do, we talk about COVID or whatever, or Newsom or something like that. Once you're not playing that ball game, like they're suppressing everything, man.
Well, you don't get monetized, right? I
They
mean,
demonetize Firing a Kid all the. I have to deal with it all the time.
Yeah.
King and Sing all the time, because we don't talk shit, man. But we're
Yeah.
having fun. But if it's not part of the agenda, they're suppressing everything.
if you talk
I do.
steroids, if you talk any of that stuff.
Anything. But my whole thing with that is there has to be another. There has to be somewhere else we can go where they're not going to do that. That gets as big
Rockfin.
as. No, they're not big enough.
Oh, you want like giant numbers?
Any big boys. Because that's how I sell my tickets on the road. You
Well,
know?
see, with Rumble though, they're getting bigger people over there now, and as they get bigger and bigger people, they made a big play for me when all that shit was going down with
Really?
me.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Rumble, but it's kind of trying to become the new YouTube, but basically for people who are canceled. So basically everyone who's been banned from social media is starting to head over there. So they are getting some traction. I think after Andrew Tate announced that he was going to go over to Rumble, and that's going to be like his main platform now, it went to like the #1 trending app for like social media or something on the App Store and on Google Play, at least for a couple categories. I'm not sure if that's still the case, but it's gaining some more traction for sure.
Yeah, they offered me $100 million.
I think what I heard like several people say, and I personally agree with, is that the UI for Rumble is not there yet. It's not very user friendly. Not even close, I think, to YouTube at this point, but it could get there with some updates. We'll see.
And they went for.
To go over to Rumble, but Spotify never did anything. They stayed with me the entire time.
Yeah, I love Spotify for that.
But
The way
they're-
they've treated you,
they're great.
I was a little dicey on Spotify, and then once you went over, how they've treated you, I'm like, I love
No,
Spotify.
they're great. They're great. And Daniel Ek, the CEO, had a great saying. He goes, "I'm not going to censor rappers either. I'm not going to censor some of the things they say."
How far should we go?
If you go back and if you just go back and listen to early NWA, it's wild shit.
Or Eminem for that matter.
Or
what are you talking about?
there's so many lyrics of so many songs, not just rap songs, that are
It's
people
never
would find questionable,
Yeah.
or problematic, or they'd have an issue with.
I would go over there though, bring everything if they got big enough. I think because they offer Tim Dillon too, right?
I think they're doing something with Russell Brand, or they're trying to.
What is Rumble? Who started it?
What was
I
that
love
timer
Russell
for?
Brand.
I'm not.
I think the
exact-
time's up, but like the video's I think it's significantly longer than what the timer is set for. So that was interesting. I don't know why that came up.
started it. Not exactly sure. I know Dave Rubin's a part of it, but I don't know exactly
Oh,
who
we know
started
Dave.
He's
it.
coming. He's
Yeah,
coming
we
on.
know.
Very interesting logo by the way. I know this is kind of random, but that always caught my attention. I like his new logo. Definitely sticks out.
I'll
But
talk
they're-
see some
about it.
pipes
they're
and stuff.
starting to do some stuff where they're getting bigger and bigger names, and if they do that and it becomes popular enough, and they can operate the way they're doing it right now with no censorship, it's a
Shit
very
could blow
interesting.
up so quick.
Yeah,
Like Rumble
yeah.
overnight could be.
I would move.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just
you know,
boom.
Yeah.
Overnight.
I have 8 shows. You know, not bad. I would move all my shit there if it was worth it.
I think you move. Just have have it there too. You know what I mean? And
The problem
just in
is, it's like
case.
it's not widespread with a lot of people yet. But if someone big went over there, like
Correct.
think about how many people Russell Brand has. If Russell Brand, I think he's got like 6 million YouTube followers now. If he goes over there, I mean, he's already giant. On
Starts
YouTube.
an influx.
And he goes over there, and everyone knows, and they just go to Rumble. It's just a different click you have to do.
Yeah,
it's not that
exactly.
big a
People
deal.
aren't
just like
loyal
that,
to
it can happen.
YouTube.
Like
They're not loyal.
If Rumble is basically like YouTube, but they don't censor
Censor.
people and they don't cancel.
That's
people.
what I need.
Is that all it is?
It's
'Cause I-
essentially they're committed to having a free speech platform.
Yeah, Rumble used to be. I think it started out as like a political platform, as to what I heard about it. Well, basically like a political social media, something like that. And recently, I think mostly with like Andrew Tate hopping over there, it's becoming less political.
The problem with
So
that
they might start to get more content creators on there who would be like normal content creators on YouTube, just posting their own creative videos.
people hear that, they go, "Oh, right wing! Oh, you're a MAGA supporter." They like immediately think that.
Right.
But no, Tulsi Gabbard's over there. Glenn Greenwald is over there.
Dude,
he's about as
Tulsi's awesome.
He's awesome. He's about as
Tulsi.
progressive as you get.
All right. Whoa. Why is Spotify's logo red? I think that's maybe just for Joe Rogan or something. Interesting. Cool. Well, that was the video. Obviously, Joe Rogan kind of reacting to Andrew Tate. Let me know your thoughts on, not what Andrew Tate is, but what Joe Rogan said about Andrew Tate. Do you agree with Joe Rogan? Do you agree with everything that I said? And Joe Rogan, let me know. I'm curious. It was an interesting video to hear from Joe Rogan nonetheless. And if you want to, check out the other, reaction videos I have out there. I'm kind of changing up the videos that I'm starting to react to. Some Ukraine war, some more maybe controversial stuff, obviously. I'm changing it up, but I've been posting a lot of reaction videos recently. So like I said, check those out if you want to. You can like or dislike this video if you want to. Subscribe if you want to see some more content from me. I appreciate it. Thank you and have a fantastic rest of your day.